Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again today. What every expat in the Philippines can learn from the Deion Sanders loss today. You know, unless you've been hiding up under a rock somewhere, there's been a lot of hype surrounding Deion Sanders and the Colorado football team. They were 3-0. They had exceeded every expectation. They were winning. But today, they were blown out by Oregon 42-6. And gone was the arrogance of primetime Deion Sanders, which, in my humble opinion, should have never been there to begin with. That was the problem. That's why a lot of people were looking forward to this day. Deion Sanders had nothing to prove. He's not the first black coach to win at a Power 5 school. He's not the first black coach to win at the highest level. Remember, Tony Dungy won a Super Bowl in Indianapolis, of all places, in 2006. But from the very moment he won, he was pointing fingers. I told you. Do you believe now? He was talking down to people, looking down to people. I mean, he was really belligerent, in my opinion. And I'm a big football fan. I was like, dude, you can't do that, because eventually you're going to lose. The greatest teams lose. How are you going to handle it then? So the press conference comes today, and he handles it the way he should have handled his victories, with humility. Okay? Say, well, what's that got to do with expats in the Philippines? Has a whole lot to do with it, guys, because we come over here the same way. We're arrogant. We've got our pensions. We have our education. We have our high standard of living. And we come to a place where millions and millions of people are struggling, and we look down on people. We think we're better than people. We bring our culture over here and try to just impose our will on folks over here. And eventually, you're going to get your head handed to you on a silver platter, just like Deion Sanders did today. But what we can learn is to be humble, guys, from the beginning when you get over here. People are going to like you a whole lot better. They're going to respect you a whole lot better. Your time in the Philippines is going to be a whole lot better, because guess what? At the end of the day, you're no better than anybody else. At the end of the day, you're just a human being, and you're going to take a loss like everybody else. That's what we should learn today. I see it all the time. I see it in the restaurants. I see it in relationships. We're just not humble. We're finally in a place where, hey, we're the big man now. We can call the shots. We're Nino Brown for a few weeks or whatever it is over here. And we act a damn fool. You know, my mother said something a long time ago when I was little. She said, if something good is going to be said about you, let it come from other people. It sounds a lot better than coming from yourself. Because then you're bragging. Then you're boasting. And then you're being arrogant. And I think we need to tone it down a little bit over here as foreigners. Remember, we're in a foreign land. The Filipinos, they roll out the brightest red carpet for us. We're in a no-lose situation, guys. The same as Deion Sanders. He can't lose. They only won one game last year. All he has to do is come in and say, you know what? All I'm trying to do is improve this team. I've got a plan over X amount of years, and that's what we're going to do. But no, what he comes in and does, I told you, pointing fingers, look at me, look at my family, putting a bullseye on the backs of those young people, where they can't have fun, the pressure is on them. And you're going to do the same thing when you come over here, leading with your wallet. Oh, I'm better than you. I've got this education over here. Oh, I was the police chief back in my hometown, or whatever you was. Nobody really cares when you get over here, because the one time that you lose, because you're going to lose, they're going to pile on your back. I've been a fan of Deion Sanders my whole life, but I'm not a fan of his attitude and his arrogance and the way he handled himself with those 3 victories. Man, it's only 3 victories. I just hope that people show the same energy now that reality is set in, which it was going to set in, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the schedule that he's got ahead of him. Okay? And this is what I say to the expat. Look at your schedule. You got a tough schedule over here in the Philippines. The weather, the food, the language. You have no friends and family over here. It's not going to be an easy walk to the championship over here. You may never win a championship over here. But the longer you're humble, the sooner you get humble and practice some humility, the better. I don't wish bad luck on anybody, and I told them that. Okay, I want everybody to win. But I believe there's a way to win. And in sports, because it's so fickle, the fans are so fickle, the media is so fickle, you set yourself up for failure when you come out arrogant like that. And it's going to happen to you over here in the Philippines. They don't like that. They know their history. They know their situation. They don't need you to come over here and be some big shot. See? Because you're in a no-lose situation already, ladies and gentlemen. When you get over here, you can't lose. The people love you. They welcome you. They want you here. But you can mess it up by looking down on them, talking down, acting like you're better, all comparing the Philippines to wherever you come from. They don't care about all that. Don't be the Deion Sanders of the Philippines. Practice some humility. Act like you've been somewhere before, even if you haven't. Know that life is fickle. Know that people are fickle. And you're going to be so much better, guys. It's so beautiful over here. It's getting hot out here, but people think that I don't like Deion Sanders. I love Deion Sanders. I'm just as big a primetime fan as anybody. I just did not like the way he handled himself in those press conferences because he knew better. Okay? I don't know if Deion Sanders ever won a championship before during his playing times in college, or I have to look that up. He's won at the highest level, but I don't know if he's ever won championships or anything like that. He's certainly a Hall of Famer, but he's not the first black man to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. He's certainly not the first black man to be inducted into the Hall of Fame as a defensive back. He's not the first black coach to win at the Power 5 level or even the highest levels. He has nothing to prove. Same as you when you come over here. There's a history already, guys, that's been laid out in front of us. You're not the first foreigner to ever come over here to do it. Okay, so you don't have to act like that. They've seen it all before. Just put your big boy pants on, come over here and act like a decent human being. And I promise you, man, your time over here will be so much better. But if you want to be the Deion Sanders of the Philippines, pointing fingers and bragging and boasting and being arrogant and putting yourself up here and saying that God chose me to do this and God chose me to do that, you're headed for disaster, guys. I'm so thankful that he lost today. And I'm so thankful that he was humble because now we can get back to the business of playing football. These kids can get out there and have fun. You could see it, man, when they finally came up against some real competition. They got hit in the mouth. What did Mike Tyson say? Everybody's got a plan until you get hit in the mouth. This is going to come off like I'm a hater, but people know I'm not a hater. I'm a winner. I just did a 166-kilometer walk. Okay? It's not about that. It's about learning from not only my mistakes, but the mistakes of other people. He's eventually going to win. He's already won. That program won one game last year. So why would you come after winning 1 or 2 or 3 games and now all of a sudden you're the world beater. It's the wrong attitude. Same thing over here. No one cares what you did in America, England, France, or whatever. No one cares how much money you got in the bank, really. They just want you to come over here and respect the people and respect the culture, which is what he should have done. He should have respected those other football programs and respect the game of football. You're not the first one to do it, Deion. You're not the Christopher Columbus of college football. And you're not the Christopher Columbus in the Philippines. So thank y'all so much for stopping by today. Truly grateful. Thank y'all so much. I'm enjoying myself. I'm relaxing. We'll be back in San Carlos City in a couple of days. Hopefully I'm back to normal. I'm certainly going back into the gym on Monday. Practice some humility, guys, when you come over here. We're not better than anybody else. Act like you've been somewhere before. Respect people. Respect their culture, okay? Again, America's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. But if you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're just getting off second shift. Or you're on your lunch break. You see somebody on the street, or wherever you see them. Buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's still early. It's not 8 o'clock yet. Beautiful Saturday morning. Not a day goes by we don't help somebody. I spun the wheel last night because I went to sleep Friday night. We're going to Gcash the money to the winner. No excuse why you shouldn't be helping somebody over here. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. Look at this, man. Enjoy all this. I can enjoy all of this. I'm a winner the minute I get off the plane. I don't have to pull out my wallet and my credentials and all of that. We're in a no-lose situation. Take care.